The hell with the prostitutes. The hell with the broads. And you listen to him. Gabish.
I'm thinking we're going to call out the JCW tag champs, all right? We're going to go out there, we're going to win the gold. Vinny Russo's going to love it.
Tony in a bad way. And here comes Willie Mack. Nails it. Because there's a meteorite coming. Very much was it now. Willie Mack with the frog splash. He bounced right off. There's no way out.
Still your tag team, that way from behind. Tony got laid out from behind, never saw it coming. And Willie Mack just got drilled face first. You didn't win those titles.
What is this, Vince? This Chopper City shit.
They're harmless, Joe.
They're harmless. You see what just happened?
Why are you always so angry, man? Uno, old school style. And then if they we'll cut them into little pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, un momento.
Ciao, le chiamo Marco Modello. Shane Mercer, come out to this ring. Matt Cross, come out wherever you are. Maybe I took you for granted. I am going to increase your salary 50%. You two guys work for me.
Cross and Russo in business together.
50%.
That's a lot of money, and Mercer always goes where the money is.
You want to go one-on-one with me, you get a chance. You get a chance to prove it. For one night, you get to be the second best wrestler in the damn world.
Oh, big drop kick to start it off hot here, and a splash in the corner by Nemeth.
Oh, sets her up. Swing and a miss. Nemeth explodes.
Oh.
Beating two. Perch high up. Oh. Caleb got him.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb got him.
Yes.
He did it. He did it.
There it is. All right. Luciano family in the house. Yes, I told you, Matt, you son of a bitch. This is what it is. All right? Here's the prize. I wonder which fucking douchebag is underneath there. Huh? Come on, douchebag. Here it is. Here it is. What the fuck? Sally! Sally, you son of a bitch!
Who loans your money, homie? Who owes your cash? Who taught you how to use the barn for the grass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in. You talk about homies, homies. Talk about Brothers of motherfucking homies, homies. Homies, homies. Talk about Brothers of homies, homies.
سبحان فالق الإصباح.
I've come to lie on the fire.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to HMG's Insanity Show, where we cover JCW's Lunacy. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, Whoop Brandon, and we are live on Hameen Medical's YouTube channel, and of course on the Twitch and on the Patreon after the fact. Brando, welcome back to your show, man. And I just want to say, shout outs to Bin Hameen, our own Ayatollah, has risen once again and has had a successful surgery. So I just want to say, man, get well soon, Ben. We love you, and I'm sure he'll be back in no time.
We'll be guys. Get at least for what he said on what was it? Raw SmackDown review. He's got a few weeks of recovery to go.
That's right. He's gonna take a long time to recover. Put it that way, for sure, man. But it's been humming, bro. I'm sure he'll kick cancer in the butt.
Dude, I mean, he won. He won. It's over.
Well, it's not over yet. He's not out of the danger zone just yet. We just gotta hope that it's just it's not gonna spread or anything like that. Still got to go through some chemo and whatnot, but for the most part, they got rid of it right now. That's for sure. From where it was.
All right, so hopefully they get whatever. If there's anything left of it, hopefully there's nothing left of it.
J12, you fucking funny bloke. He says, Benjamin had a penis enlargement procedure that cancer is a cover. That's true. That's true, but shh. You make me laugh, bro. Straight up. I just want to welcome the chat, though, man. We got a packed chat in the house. First, we got Lab Rat in the house, and he says, whoop, whoop. Let's get insane chat. Yeah. We also got Dan Heffron in the house saying, whoop, whoop. And we've got the good old Buckshot Kid saying, whoop, whoop. Everyone's whoop, whooping. That's for sure. We've also got Zach Minga. It's National Barbecue Day. Whoop. You know what? It's National Bin Hamin Day instead. How about that? We're gonna praise the Ayatollah, bro. Also, Nelson Kelser's in the house saying, hey, yo, whoop, whoop. I'll get me Big Al. Yeah, pal. Team Karana. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Karana will beat Ronda, but we'll see. Hey, Kevin Marty's in the house saying, hey, yo, whoop, whoop, come stay. Hopefully everything's all good with you, my friend. And, todo posto, man. Is everything good? And who else? I think that's about it. And J12, of course, after his penis enlargement gimmick. But Brando, how's things, man? Is everything good? And what you been up to, bro?
Mainly just working. I have a lot of bills I had to get paid off. I have things coming up I have to get taken care of car-wise. I found I have to get my brake pads and rotors replaced.
Oh, shit. That's the worst, man. You're not getting the metal-to-metal sounds, are you?
No, I'm getting squeaks, though.
Oh, yeah, it's close. You don't want to get to the metal part because if you start, trust me from experience, I've done it plenty of times. But if you drive it too long without getting the brake pads changed, and you end up scraping on the actual
rotor,
the middle, on the rotor part, then you're gonna need a whole bunch. You're gonna need new rotors, and if you get new rotors,
I already know I need new rotors. That's already in it. Yep.
Oh shit! So they're already roughed up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it's because they're warped. Because it's like wobbly when I try to brake.
Really? How does that happen though? I've never had wobbly ones.
It's warped. Mostly, the most likely cause of warped biggest cause of it is warped rotors.
Damn. Is that from hard braking, essentially, or?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to cost a bit, man. I don't know if you've already been quoted, but have you been quoted already?
Yeah, about $800.
Yeah. Yeah, I pay $1,000, bro. So yeah, it's only a $200 difference. But yeah, it's expensive, bro.
But I think they do have financing options, so I'm gonna try to get that out of it. If I can get a finance deal done, I'll get in as soon as possible.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I don't think maybe there is a way to do it, but I've never had to do it that way.
There was one time I had an incident where I had like close to $2,000 worth of damage that I had to get paid off, and we ended up setting me up with a finance deal.
Damn. Wow, what was wrong with the $2,000 damage? What happened there?
I
Whoops.
Hit something and it fucked up the front end pretty bad.
Oh fuck. Well, as long as the car's fine, man. I'm surprised. You would have thought you obviously insured because in America you have to have insurance, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it is. You legally have. So depending on by state. Again, it is depending on area, state, whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, you're pretty much legally required to own insurance.
See, I'm confused about that. I just want to know one thing. And since you are in America, right? See, here we've got kind of two types of insurance. One is through registration. Like when you register your car, it's basically like they give you an insurance where you essentially, how do I put this? Say if you get into a car accident and you're fucked up, right? In a car accident, basically it covers your hospital costs. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have to get actual insurance, like from the actual insurance companies. You don't have to have it. So here legally, you don't have to actually have any insurance. You can just drive. But if you get into a car accident, it's your fault. It's coming out of your pocket, basically. So with your insurance, what I'm trying to get at, does that mean it covers hospital costs and whatnot if you get into a car accident, or is it actual insurance where for damages, basically?
I gotcha.
No, but I'm asking for you, like with the US way, is it car? Thanks, J12. So it's for car damage, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, I think you're supposed to carry. You're supposed to carry for bodily damage and property damage.
Okay, that's good.
That's the bare minimum you're supposed to have.
All right, so that the normal insurance that the cops fucking fuck everyone for if you don't have it is really for damage, right?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, all right, that's all I need to know.
Of course, there's some that don't have any at all.
Right. See, with us, you don't have to have damage insurance, but you have to have like it's called TSC insurance, but that already is part of the registration anyway. So just wanted to get it out there. I just wanted to know. So that's why I'm asking questions. But yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you, J12, for actually clearing that up. Anyway, Brando, is any news we need to touch on, man? Because to be honest, I've been sort of not really paying attention to the news as far as wrestling goes, dude, the last couple of days.
Yeah, there hasn't really been a lot of major wrestling news, just, minor run-of-the-mill stuff. Nothing really groundbreaking or noteworthy to kind of, focus any attention on.
So we don't need to talk about any news, that means?
Well, let me run through .net real quick and see if there's any headlines.
Is that your go-to, Brando? .net, Jason Powell?
If I like me some Powell, he's got a good sense of humor. Out of all these guys, he's the one who gets what having his. I actually take back him and Alvarez. Him and Alvarez have a sense of humor.
So you're talking about the Robins from PW Torch and obviously Meltzer's friggin' website are the better.
Well, Powell's got his own. Well, yeah, Powell's got his own thing, but he started off
wrestling.net. I know, but yeah, he started technically with Kala. He was doing shows up until recently. Well, look, to be honest, I haven't gone to PW Torch in years. But does he still do anything with Kala?
I mean, they might do a show together occasionally, but nothing really long term.
Okay. Hey, Bruce, what the hell's going on, bro? Thank you for joining us. So what do we got? What's any serious?
Yeah, I didn't see anything there. Let's see what Fightful's got. Just for shits and grins, see what Fightful's got.
Yeah, I never got a Fightful either. Isn't that friggin' Sap's friggin' website?
Yep.
Sean Ross Sapp can eat a sap. That's all I'm saying. I'd love to slap him one day, man, if I ever saw him.
The only thing that kind of got me some interest is Bailey saying that she kind of wants to do like an around the world gimmick.
She what?
Well, yeah, she wants to do a kind of like I've been to all these different promotions this year, wrestled there. You know what? I want to go wrestle in TNA. Which
cool? Why not?
I mean, yeah, that door's open.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's part of WWE, or is WWE running out of ideas for Bailey? Which it kind of seems like that, and maybe she's taking the initiative by saying, "Hey, you know what? If you're not going to use me here, let me go to TNA for now."
Right, and with her. Say if she's there for like a year, would she not elevate that Knockouts brand?
Oh, dude, she'd be
if done correctly. If done correctly, that is.
How can you go wrong, really, with Bailey when you think about it? In TNA, I truly think she'll rule that division.
Absolutely, like she becomes the person to beat.
Do you think she automatically gets that Knockouts championship pretty quick if she does end up in TNA?
Good question. Don't know. Because we thought that with Indy Hartwell when she showed up, it's like, oh yeah, she's getting the belt at Bound for Glory, and then that ended up not happening.
I think I'm with Groose though, man. Bailey want to play that Sasha Banks, or is it Mercedes Moné? I truly think she will end up in AEW eventually, though, man. I've heard that Tony Khan, everyone's praising Tony Khan. Now, I didn't listen to what he had to say in his press conference in Ring of Honor, but apparently, I don't know. Did you watch the Ring of Honor pay-per-view at all?
No, I do not have to. I have no offense to Ring of Honor or anyone who's a fan of it. I just don't have time. Just don't have the time.
Well, even though we cover AEW on that wreckage, even we do not have time for Ring of Honor, unfortunately, man. I'd love to. I tried to, Originally, we did do a Ring of Honor show here on HMG, but guess what happened? After 2 weeks, we're like, fuck this. I can't do this, man. It was just that bad. We were just like, oh, this is a drag, dude. But they did have a pay-per-view. Who watched that? Well, unfortunately, I did with good old Jeff Lippman back in the day. Well, not back in the day. When Ring of Honor initially started, man, we tried to do it. But yeah, but I'm with you, lad, Brown. 1 out of 400 marks watching Ring of Honor. Funny enough, I've become a member of AEW, my AEW, actually it's called, and Ring of Honor is part of that deal. So, and I still don't watch it. So, but apparently it's half decent, man. But I don't know. It just sucks. It's not Ring of Honor anymore, man. But anyway, all praise goes to Tony Khan. Apparently he answered a lot of brutal questions. He's pissed off with WWE, mind you, too. Apparently there's a snake. Something's going on there, but anyway, we'll touch on that more, I'm sure, by the wreckage this Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So, Brando, if there's anything else worth talking about, should we just get into Lunacy?
Yep, let's get insane, pal.
You're going insane?
In the membrane.
Yeah. Insane in the brain. And then what? Well, we start off. Where were we? In Albuquerque?
Yes, Albuquerque.
Well, we start off with a bang because we get an alley ambush where Chopper City is attacked by Willie Mack and Too Tough Tony. Before the show even begins, Willie Mack and Too Tough Tony jump Chopper City in an alley. The assault is brutal and cinematic. Carts are used as weapons, signs, and fences become instruments of damage, and both Chopper City members are battered and humiliated, Brando. But then we see Mack and Tony leave the scene carrying the tag belts and delivering a menacing warning. This is interesting. This reminds me of the backlot brawl between Roddy Piper and Goldust in '96, just a lot shorter.
It was all right. I mean, I thought the spot with the colliding carts was fun.
Definitely, man. It was pretty quick, though, unfortunately. But still. But does this finally establish now Mack and Tony as violent, opportunistic heels even at this point? Or are they heels, would you say? Because they're doing heely shit, bro.
Ooh, Tony and
yeah, like they're doing heely stuff, but they're not heels per se.
This is more of a comeuppance. Like they got jumped first. This is kind of and got their belts stolen. This is a payback.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what? I think they'd be badasses though if they were fucking heels, bro.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to see where that would go.
I think that would be absolutely sick if they were heels. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Anyway, we go to Violent J's office next because it's a bit of a setup for Green Phantom, should we say. But then we see Caleb Conley dropping in to tell Violent J that Vince Russo is tied up and that he's got Jay's back because he's there to be basically Vince Russo. He's taking over the spot. The Green Phantom then arrives begging for another chance for a quick loss. Jay gives him one last match against Luigi Primo with his JCW future on the line. I guess the tone was pretty tense because Jay is testing loyalty and desperation with Caleb. Is he a rat yet? But we'll get there when the time comes, but we'll find out. But it sure does raise some stakes for Green Phantom because he's got his last chance, man.
Yep, and that sets up the thread throughout the show of, Caleb being like, hey, you can trust me. I'm going to tell these on the line. I'm working for you. I'm just, the under guy, just here to whatnot. But then he turns out he's got the full authority of Russo without him being there, and
Right.
ends up undermining Jay, kind of like the old. I think this is actually one of those games that, like when Ben talks about playing out the game, this is a great example of that. Mom says no, so go ask Dad, and Dad says yes.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. Exactly, you're spot on. J12, yes, Willie Mack is still with AEW, as a matter of fact. He is, but he's not doing anything. But yeah, he still is. But apparently his contract is per appearance now.
Yeah, it's basically from my read, it's called like one of the zero contracts or
Right.
zero level contracts, which is basically means he's signed, but it's a pay per appearance deal, and he's free to work anywhere else.
Yeah, but essentially, well, that leads us to the Green Phantom match. It's either a firing or he stays. So, but there's sort of a bit of a change. So basically, we get the Green Phantom versus Luigi Primo, right? Essentially, or initially, shall I say? But that sort of gets thrown out the window pretty much because what's going on here? We get what's his name? What's his name again? Mike.
Mosh Pit Mike.
Mosh Pit Mike. In a lab coat gimmick, attacking Primo, and then forces himself into the contest as the match quickly becomes chaotic. The low blows, roll-ups, and pizza dough distraction on the ramp. Mike capitalizes on the confusion and pins Green for the 1-2-3. And I guess Green Phantom is gone from JCW already.
Well, we didn't see a follow-up to this later in the night. So
that's true.
It's kind of like I think they did it on purpose to leave it open-ended to see what's going to happen next week.
What do you think is going to happen next week?
I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go with this.
Labra says we get a tag of Primo and Green Phantom and they just lose. Maybe can they become Ninja Turtles? With Green and Pizza, you combine them and you get Ninja Turtles, right? I know it's cheesy me saying that, literally. But I mean, come on. Wouldn't it be funny if they do? They get the green ooze and they literally transform. Pizza.
Pizza.
Where's the rat when you actually there is some rats in the JCW, as a matter of fact. And then we can have a master, I guess, Splinter.
Maybe. Who would that be then? Ring Rat Splinter.
Ring Rat Splinter, bro. I mean, why not? It'd be absolutely funny if it was that. But I don't know what happens, man. But so you don't think he will get fired?
No, actually, Lab Rat brought up a good point. The match is against Luigi Primo, not Mike. So that might not count.
Oh, true. That's true. That's a good point, actually. I didn't think of that. Go Ninja Go. Nelson Kelser says, well, apparently I am a rat cis and violent Jack. Oh, come on, bro. That's not nice. Mantis to Bogon, like a splinter in a hallway. Damn, that hurts. And Kevin Marty says, Green Phantom's voice sounds familiar. I can't place the name. I know, me too, bro. He does sound familiar, but apparently he's from Canada. I don't know much about him. There's not really much about him. Jeff told us, as in Jeff Lane, that he was originally from Canada. I don't have a clue what his past is. I mean, do you have any other information, really, Brandon, about the Green Phantom?
Well, you're supposed to be like a beast in Japan, according to Violent J.
What promotion? Because I've never seen him.
Well, I think that's fair. But yeah, he actually did wrestle in Japan. Like, there's footage. I'm just not sure where.
Nah, he doesn't sound like Stevie Richards. I know what you're saying because he's got the raspy voice sort of thing, but I never got Stevie Richards sort of vibes, though. It'd be funny if it was him, though, but it's not, clearly. But it'd be cool if it was. I'll pop to that, man. That would be absolutely awesome if it was him. But it's not him, obviously. Well, anyway, I'm intrigued, but you're probably right. It's probably because, it wasn't the actual match, and somehow he weasels himself into another match. But is he finally going to get a win eventually, you think?
I don't know. Except...
No? What were you going to say? Were you going to say something? Because it sounded like you chopped out there for a second.
No, I had a thought, and I was like, no, you do not.
All right. Well, let's go to the next segment, shall we? Because, oh man, I feel bad for this dude, bro. Because it's Barnabas the Bazaar. He's looking for the outbreak in the back, and he finds him smoking pot and flips out. I mean, bro.
Zombies passing a blunt back and forth.
I'm telling you, man. If they don't end up doing the junkie storyline, I'll be bitterly disappointed. They have to do, because how else do you come out of the zombies, right? If they ever decide to make them like into normal human beings again, right? You can't just become human. So wouldn't it make more sense? And like Jeff even pitched this to Vince, but he just swatted him away with that idea, apparently, according to Jeff. Does that mean what other way can he come back from that? Unless it stays zombies forever.
Dude, I'm not even joking. You ever watch that or listen to the brand show Hatches, Heels, and Honeys on the Patreon?
I actually haven't watched it, man. Not recently.
They on one of the early ones, they're talking I think that's when they had Barnabas on. They talked about, so does cocaine kind of act like a retardant of zombification?
But they haven't been doing that though, even when they're out on cocaine though.
Right, but I think they could have been like the start of it. It's like, oh, drugs like knock them out of being zombies.
What, you didn't pitch that? I could have sworn I remember bringing this up, and you said that you tried to do the same thing. Do you remember that, Brandon? Or am I tripping?
I do not remember any of that.
I swear, Jeff, I remember something along those lines anyway. But anyway, regardless, if that's not the case, tell me that wouldn't be the best way to go into that. If they were to ever turn human again, wouldn't that be the most logical sort of way to go forward? I mean, I can't think of a better way. Yeah, see, so it was similar. So you show him in rehab, but then when we're talking about that would be funny. But wouldn't it be funnier though that they turn straight into humans once they get off the drugs eventually, like the end game? I mean, that would be a little good idea. I think if you can piggyback onto that, that'll be cool. Maybe pitch that as a whole next time to Vince and see what he says. But I think it'll be a great idea, man. But I'm intrigued. I'm still intrigued. You can still play off this though for a while longer, obviously.
So much material out of this. So much material you could get out of this.
Man, it's endless. Like literally, that's what I love about this storyline as a whole. And as we see throughout the show, like Barnabas is losing his mind pretty much. But anyway, it's time to get even more weird though, Brando, because and I mean that in a good way. Because Red Love and Father Bronson, there's a video basically of Red Love and Father Bronson eating sushi and does the red roll call. And there's also a chick with him. Who's the chick?
I don't know. She was with him last week when he went over it last week. That's one thing we kind of missed because he had the list, and number 6 was an interesting name on that list. Did you happen to catch that name?
Number 6? Not really.
It appeared again tonight too. Austin Creed. You know who that is, right?
Oh, wait a minute. I know that name, dude. Freshen me up.
Woods.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's what I was going to say, but I was thinking it's Consequences Creed, though. So that's why I didn't want to, be 100% sure. So Austin Creed, that's on his Twitter, too, as a matter of fact, on his name underneath. Could we really be getting Austin Creed as in Xavier Woods in JCW for real?
Anything is possible. I don't know what they're cooking. All I know is that they're cooking up some good shit, pal.
Oh, man. I mean,
but throwing that out there as a tease, just as even if it never comes to fruition, still smart.
Would they really be doing that though? If it wouldn't, I mean, there's a good chance. I mean, I could see him doing JCW before he signs with another company. Say,
true, but correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it Father Bronson himself who is doing that all himself? He's producing these vignettes.
And that could be it too. Right, that possibly could be it. We don't know. It could be all in his mind for what you know. But then do you see him sort of if we get some cinematic videos, for example, wouldn't it be interesting if you do implement Austin Creed legitly in it, though, if it's all in his mind?
I can see that happening.
And then you don't have to have him out in the ring, say, for example, he's just tripping out for whatever reason.
There's a lot of ways a lot of places you could go with that.
Okay.
But get me Lady Red, pal.
Lady Red, indeed. This is going to be interesting, no doubt, man. It's got me intrigued. But next, we see J-Rod asking Violent J to make her the special ref with Big L and Danny Moe. Jay asks, why would he do that, though? As J-Rod says, she thought he needed ratings. Jay says she's right, but not in that sort of way. And then we see Barnabas the Bazaar and the Outbreak come in. Oh, man. Barnabas says his world is falling apart and he's losing control. As Violent J says, this is pathetic. But again, Barnabas says he needs Jay to make a match and he needs the sense beat into them. But and Barnabas continues on saying that they need to fight future endeavored. Violent J says he has nothing to do with Matt Cross and it's not his business. As Barnabas just flips out and wonders, what is he supposed to do now? And he was literally screaming his butt off. What's he going to do now, Brandon?
First thing he's got to do is get those Clorox wipes away from the Outbreak.
I love this shit, man. I mean, seriously, this is one of the best storylines on the show. And as Kevin Murray says, I love this storyline with the Outbreak and Barnabas. It's hilarious, bro, and it's just great.
And Barnabas is killing it. He's absolutely killing
He's
it. Like
brilliant, dude.
This might have been his best performance yet.
He's absolutely brilliant, like brilliant. And that's what I'm telling you, he does give me James Mitchell vibes with the way he talks. It's just his cadence. If you get what I mean, the sinister minister.
He definitely watched some James Mitchell tape, no doubt.
But that's a good thing because I love that gimmick. And obviously, James Mitchell's getting up there in age. I know, is he still in NWA? Do you know?
No, the last time I saw him, he made a cameo in TNA as part of the Undead Realm storyline. Where
really?
You remember when Allie got killed off by getting stabbed in the neck?
I haven't watched TNA in a long, long time, bro.
Well, that's how they wrote her off when she got signed by AEW.
That's so
stupid. So since she got released by AEW, she's now re-signed with TNA, and they actually picked back up where they left off. Like she's actually a ghost. Only Rosemary can see her, so she's trying to bring her back to life. And they run through a whole bunch of gamut of like callbacks and Easter eggs from stuff in the past story. They actually did a great job staying with the continuity. But it ended the whole thing with Allie coming back to life. And
how the fuck did she become? Did she come back to life though?
Because Rosemary was trying to collect the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
And one of them ended up being a part where they had James Mitchell appear, and they had a meeting with him in Abyss. Yeah,
right.
correct.
And that's how she got back to life?
Something like that. Yeah, it was. The clips are out. The clips are on I think they're on TNA's YouTube page.
See, this is why you never do that type of shit with actual known wrestlers, man. You get me? And TNA have done this in the past. They did it with RVD where he got murdered, if you remember, to write him off television. Like, you can't do that and then just suddenly they appear. Like, I don't know, man. I've never been in agreement with that. But see, the way JCW did it last week, the guy was a nobody. You're not going to see him again. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you do it to wrestlers,
actually,
possibly.
Are you talking about Vincenzo in the body bag?
Yeah.
No,
right.
he was back this week.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm saying what I mean by that, if you do it to no-namers, it's fine. That's what I'm trying to get at. And if you do it to like actual big name wrestlers, there's no coming back from that. Do you get what I mean?
True, yeah. You can't kill people off, yeah. Unless, I don't know, see, do something. Just tie it up.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. TNA is just TNA anyway. That's why I don't blame Vet for feeling the way he does. But anyway, J12 says, commitment to the bit. I love Barnabas. I know he kills it, man. But Labrat says, but unlike Barnabas, James, But James, unlike Barnabas, likes to sift the snow. That was the dopiest shit. I mean, that essentially got them sort of kicked off television. If you know what I mean. If those rumors were true, weren't they going to sign up with CW initially?
Yeah, they were going to sign with CW.
And then they signed NXT anyway.
Yep, and they signed NXT.
Idiots. Why would they? Anyway, I don't know, man. Who cares? We're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about JCW. But anyway, let's just see what happens. We see Mac Davis brings Jeeves out. Jeeves does an intro for himself, then brings out EC3 in a real miraculous sort of style in some ways. EC3 says everyone is seeking validation and looking for 3-letter brands. He rips WrestleMania without actually saying WWE. saying you get to watch commercials and celebs, which is, I mean, he hit the nail on the head. He then rips AEW, also saying it's all elite deficit disorder wrestling. I mean, oh man. Anyway, he says you can go into the man's sandbox and do move after move for a show that has no emotion, and he's a circle jerk for Dave Meltzer and Reddit, of course. He says nobody's watching the NWA and says that a shot at leadership. And EC3 says he had to find the clowns to find a real wrestling product. He says he has the most dignity here. He says he's happy to be part of the G's family. And yeah, well, what was the EC3 thing called again? What's it called? There's everyone friggin' Carter something.
Ethan Carter the third.
No. He said like there was another meaning behind it. Doesn't matter, but anyway, he said something about that. But anywho, it will come back to me when I remember it. But anyway, then we see Barnabas again. But before I go to that, what did you find? Did you like that segment?
No, I enjoyed it. I think that's EC3 always cuts a great promo, and just listen. It's always fun to listen to him just rip, the shit we all know needs to be ripped. Like basically saying what we're all thinking, but doing it in a funny and witty way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But he was very loud. Both of them, I mean, Jeeves was very loud. But could we get Dixie still?
That's the chances of Dixie appearing on JCW are never zero.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Do you think EC3 was shooting a little bit too much from the hip by saying what he said about WWE and AEW?
A little bit, but I don't think he does. He clearly does not care, and like he's like Bret Hart at WCW '99. Just says what he's thinking. Is going to be a smart ass about it, which is great and entertaining.
I think deep down he knows he probably won't be going back to WWE or AEW for that matter in the future. I think he's happy with what he's doing right now on the independent scene. So I think he's cool, man.
Yeah, he doesn't need those like the AEW or WWE. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. Well, then we see Barnabas and the Outbreak once again, and they run into Caleb Conley, sorry. And Barnabas asks if the zombies are trying to sniff urinal cakes.
Which they were.
Caleb asks what's going on with them, as Barnabas says they are addicted and he needs help. He goes on to say he needs the addiction beat out of them, and Caleb says to him to give him a commercial break to see what he can do. I mean, so then we see Barnabas coming out with the Outbreak. He says he doesn't want to do this and doesn't know what else to do. He says everything he has done to break this addiction has failed. And he goes on to say they are reduced to pill popping, crack smoking addicts. He says the only thing he can do is to help, is have sense beaten into them. He says Violent J refused to help and says Caleb Conley approved his request. He says his abnormalities with their addiction beaten out of them, courtesy of future endeavored. And then we see Shane Mercer and Matt Cross obviously making their way to the ring. Shane says Barnabas had one simple request and he hopes he knows what he asked for, as his wish is absolutely granted. And that leads us to the match between future endeavored in Matt Cross and Shane Mercer versus the Outbreak in Abel and Jackson. This is a pretty decent match, man. I mean,
I love the finish too. It ends with the count out because the zombies start drinking, taking fans' drinks and drinking them. Then make their way, and then as they're doing that, and then make their way to the bar.
Yeah, well, they also ended up in the crowd as well. They're all over the place in this match. It was literally an outbreak everywhere. But once they go into the crowd, they get a hold of the beer, like you said. They drink it, but get counted out as they head to the bar. And that's how we get, obviously, with the future endeavor getting the win, because I guess the zombies want to just get fucked up.
We're getting fit-chased, pal.
Oh, man, this is brilliant. Like I said, you can just keep going and going with this.
And that finish protects the outbreak because they didn't get beaten.
No, and that's a great thing. I mean,
and plus they took their beating during the match. Unfortunately, doesn't like it was enough because they immediately headed for the bar. They're like, fuck this.
I mean, is it just me or they're getting smarter?
Or maybe they smelled that booze.
I mean, come on. But they did pretty much get destroyed throughout the match, to be fair. I mean, they were, they got a good beating. But they didn't lose per se. Well, they didn't get pinned. They did lose, but they didn't get pinned. So I think we're going to see more of this maybe next week or the week after. We'll see what happens there. But next we see Mac Davis. He's talking back to Violent J again in the back. Violent J asks, who is Vince Russo to think he can't be here? He goes on to say he doesn't like the outbreak facing the future endeavors. But then Caleb says it was a big mistake. And Violent J says not to let it happen again. But then we see J-Rod then ask Caleb to make her the special ref in Danny Mo's match. Caleb says it was a great idea. And then Mac asks if he just did that. And he says, yeah, and it was fucking awesome, obviously, to end it. But then Big L asks why Danny Mo cost her the title and shoves the mic into her chest as J-Rod comes out. And that leads us to that match because we do have a special guest referee in J-Rod, and it is Danny Mo versus Big L. Now, this match, for me, was probably my favorite match of the night, actually, to be fair.
This was a good match.
I mean, any three of these chicks, man, any three of these women, in any combination you have in a match, they always hit it out the park, dude.
Yep. Oh, Danny Mo, she was in, remember when Bailey had that, women's weekend thing that John Cena spoke at? Like, he actually took the time out to go be a part of and talk. Probably about, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago, I want to say.
What show did that happen? Because I can't even remember, man. I'm sure I watched it probably.
No, it wasn't a show. It was like just it was like a weekend camp. It wasn't a show or anything like that.
On what? On Peacock or whatever?
No. It was a camp that Bailey did where she invited hey, there's 30 spots. I'll pay for your, trans and food and whatnot. You come out, a weekend thing, just a weekend seminar. And during that, John Cena went there and spoke to all the women. And Danny Mo was part of that. I think it was called Lodestone or something like that.
I gotta check that out. But anyway, what was your point about that?
What's that?
What was your point about bringing that up? Was Danny Mo part of it? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's exactly why I brought it up because Danny Mo was a part of that.
Okay, I never saw that. I've never heard of it. Was it on YouTube? Where was it on?
No, it was a private seminar. It wasn't no cameras. Well,
so it was legit. This was legit. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it was legit. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Well, anyway, look, this match, it was, look, I enjoyed it because I love the feud, right? But it could have gone better, obviously. But I'm sure they're going to save this for next time. But
this is just chapter 1, whatever chapter they're on. It's an ongoing story.
And it's been a long outgoing story, but in a good way. And this is just another chapter in that story. But
roller coaster.
Well, there was a bit of a controversial finish as well, because L bangs J-Rod's hand on the mat, 3 times, and they counted as a pin. Obviously because it was just chaos pretty much in this match. So where are we going this time, man? I mean, yes, it was a bit of a, stuff up finish sort of thing, like just a wacky finish, but it made sense to me.
I like it. It's not the first time that finish has been done. We've seen it before.
We have, but like I said, I don't care as long as when we get the blow off. Could we get a 3-way dance with these 3?
I was thinking the exact same thing, dude. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, that's actually one of the next logical steps is a 3-way.
I mean, why not, right? I mean, it makes sense, like I said. And Mackie, like Labra says, Mac is great in his part. Mac is killing it, man. Like Mac is killing. If anyone, you should catch Mac's interview with Tilo, because I heard he heard rumors that and it's funny because he was interviewing because they do some shows together with Tilo, as in Teddy Long. There's rumors that Teddy Long could be coming back to WWE as the general manager to replace Nick Aldis on SmackDown. And the rumors are pretty strong. He denies it, but the way he says it, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it.
Teddy Long is a master worker. Like, even if he's not going back, he'll make sure to put the dot in your head. Could he?
Yeah, you got to listen to that interview and you understand where I'm coming from. He kind of plants the seed, but yeah, I hope he does come back, because then that opens the door for Aldis to wrestle, and apparently that's the plan.
Yeah, if that's the plan, I'm with it.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, if that's the plan, I'm definitely with it. He's only figure 39, dude. When you think about it, the top end of the roster in WWE are pretty much 40s and up.
Yep. Dude, how funny would it be? How funny would it be if Teddy Long did and you're going to one-on-one with The Undertaker, and then somebody's whispering in his ear, oh, sorry, he's retired, so tag team match, player.
I'm sure he would do that. I hope he starts calling white guys crackers again. That was funny, man. But anyway, why can't WWE get away with all these racist shit back then? I mean, come on.
Man, that was the shit the stuff they got away with in the early mid 2000s was
It's ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. Even with Vince, he didn't give a fuck, bro. But anyway, we see Violent J after that talking to Caleb once again. He says he doesn't think much of Caleb, and he says he doesn't like him going into business for himself. Caleb then says he's trying to help the show, though, man. Like, come on. Violent J goes back at him by saying he runs the show and owns 50% of the company. He says he'll help Caleb with a special opponent for 4 weeks. He says each opponent will be from outside JCW. As Caleb says, if that's how it is, that's how it is, I guess. I wonder who those 4 will be.
I like this. Like, it gives you 4 weeks worth of hooks.
Are they going to be 4 big names, you think? Or are we going to get... Well, Violent J is going to pick them, obviously, right? So they can't be weak.
You know what? Here's 2 potentially I'm going to throw out there. This one I actually would put money on. If there's a place where I could put money on, I would put money on it.
I know what you're going to say.
Matt Riddle.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Makes sense. Anyone else? If you had to guess, I can think of another 2, more than likely.
A bit of a long shot, RVD.
No, that's not a long shot. He makes a lot of appearances in JCW, but I agree. I was going to say RVD 100% will be part of that. And I think Nick Nemeth again.
Nah, they went to the well with Nick Nemeth.
Oh, true. They did do their best out of 3 match. What am I talking about? There's no point of going back to that, right? Obviously, because Caleb won that series. So yeah, forget Nick Nemeth. Well, see, now I can't even think of others right now, but we'll see what happens by the time that happens. Anyway, we go back to the next matchup. It is PCO and Stephen Flo. Oh, sorry. Wait. I missed something. We see Mac Davis talking to Barnabas again, but this time outside. Barnabas says he basically what happened to the outbreak, man? He doesn't know what's going on, basically.
They're huffing gas, pal.
Max says they are taking gas out of cars. As Max sees him doing this and asks what is going on and begs for help. Mac continues on saying he wants to know who is giving them the drugs. Barnabas continues saying something is wrong and says whoever's giving them this bullshit is dead. Now,
I like Mac being the dealer, but here's the problem with that. That takes him out of the backs. That takes him out of the mean Mac Davis role backstage that he's absolutely killing it in.
That'll be interesting though. But yeah. Well, why would it lead him? Why? He could be like he's still doing his job while
That's true. Yeah,
he's still on the side, man. I mean, come on. What's wrong with that? Just a side hustle, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Even J12 thinks something's fishy with Mac. Kevin Murray loves this, and Labrat thinks it's Vito. I would lean more towards Vito, in my opinion. Or could it be Mickey Knuckles?
Yeah, where's she been?
I have no idea. Oh, wait, she was going overseas, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Remember how they were saying that they were going on excursion a few weeks ago, but I forgot where. It was either Japan. I think it was Japan, dude. I could be wrong. I mean, Jeff, if you're still listening, is she in Japan, man, or somewhere else? I know she's somewhere wrestling anyway for the time being. But yeah, I'm sure she'll make a comeback pretty soon. But anyway, I love that segment just quietly. That was just brilliant.
I don't think enough. We give a lot of love to Barnabas, rightfully so, but we're kind of overlooking on the Outbreak themselves. Jackson and Abel, they are, dude. The way they play those characters, nobody could do that but those two dudes.
Yeah, plus the makeup is just so well done, dude. Like, and I truly mean this. I'm not just saying that.
You would think these two are legitimate zombies.
Hey, man, for a company that doesn't have a budget like AEW or WWE has, for example, and they can pull off a zombie way better than friggin' that sounds bad, but you know what I'm trying to say. They can actually make a zombie much better than I've ever seen WWE. I don't even know if AEW's even attempted it before, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'd think these two dudes just walked off the Walking Dead set.
Yeah, and it's like as in there's no special effects done to make them look like that. It's literally like straight up makeup, which is crazy, man. I mean, shit. Whoever the makeup people are over there in JCW, man, they need a pay rise for sure. They're killing it, man, with that stuff because they're that good. But anyway, let's go to the next match because we see PCO and Stephen Flo versus the Brothers of Podstruction.
Speaking of Stephen Flo, and
Sorry?
also Stephen Flo's got the ring rat with him now.
Yeah, she's back. What's up with that?
Yeah, and it's just dressed in flannel as well. Man, dude, there's so much like real life stuff from the Kurt Cobain Courtney Love relationship that you can get so much material for them out of. So much material.
Are you trying to tell me that we might get to end that story?
I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying like, but I'm saying is like there's plenty of material you could get from that. Like for example, I was mentioning this the other night when we were doing the watch along was how Courtney kind of lit the fuse that almost led to Nirvana and Guns N' Roses getting into a backstage fight at the 92 MTV VMAs.
Wow, imagine that. And then we get it's on. Well, Jay's 12 says definitely a fist, that's for sure. And Outbreak versus the Young Bucks, book it. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. I mean, zombies versus Bucks. I just feel like the Bucks will just want to destroy him, man, because they're just so full of themselves. I don't know if I want. It'll be an interesting match, though. I want to see.
I could see like a never-ending super kick party where the zombies just completely no-sell the super kicks.
Yeah, because they're zombies.
And just completely no-sell, like probably like it's like a super. How many super kicks can we get in before they finally fall?
Oh, people either love it or absolutely shit on that segment, dude. Like bad, like really bad. But I would love to see that, or you do some special effect where eventually they kick their heads off.
Okay, if you could pull that off some way. There's some way you can pull that off. That'd be tremendous.
That's too much. Well,
that would have to be a cinematic. That'd be a cinematic match.
Brought out. Sorry?
That'd be a cinematic match.
Yeah, you have to do it that way. But also, WWE have brought out Lucha Underground, right? So
they did.
Yeah, you don't know that? Yeah.
No,
man.
I heard that. Like I saw Lucha Underground teasing that they were coming back. I had no idea WWE bought it out.
It's under the WWE umbrella, man. Absolutely. You know, you can do that, Labrat, via AI. Yeah, look it up, dude. They own the video. They're the ones that have been promoting that. This happened weeks ago, dude. I thought you would have known about that. I can see while Brandon's looking that up.
Yeah, I just googled it. Yeah, I don't see anything about it.
I'll
Oh
find
no,
it
yeah,
for you.
I saw the teaser about them potentially coming back.
Yeah, through WWE. Look, I'll look it up. But anyway, continue on what you were saying while I do that.
That was where I was at.
All right, because I'm looking it up and I don't want oh, here we go. It's already come up on my search.
Man, we just have different search. Like our searches must work.
Yeah, well, we'll get this. Well, basically by buying out AAA, apparently they get freaking Lucha Underground. But then I'm seeing reports.
I thought someone else owned like MGM. I think I want to say that owns Lucha Underground.
Well, it says here, according to Fightful, TK has reportedly purchased. Wait, hold on a second. Let me just get to this. The rights to Lucha Underground with early talks of a potential revival under the WWE umbrella.
Okay, yeah, share screen real quick. Yeah, share screen real quick to see this.
Wait, let me just get to it. Let me get to the Fightful. Oh shit! I accidentally freaking deleted it. Wait, I gotta do it again. Hold on a second, man, because now I've got to find it again because I accidentally closed it. All right, so look at this. All right, this is from the takedown. I just opened that. Let me just share the screen. Give me a moment. No, I've done the wrong thing. Yo, what up, Todd Brantley? What's going on, man? Give me a second. Where is this? All right, do you see this? So it says here.
Yeah, you guys scroll up.
The former cinematic wrestling promotion Lucha Underground posted a teaser on social media after being away for 8 years. Lucha Underground opened its doors in late 2014 and quickly became the talk of the town. Where am I? For its approach in creating more cinematic, story-driven professional wrestling. The promotion had weekly, hour-long episodes and had a working relationship with Lucha Libre AAA worldwide, bringing in a lot for that company's roster. Names such as blah, blah, blah. Anyway, possible comeback. The ex-account of Lucha Underground has been inactive since late 2019, but will come alive once again on April 24th with a short video teasing a possible comeback. The caption states soon, while the video asks the simple question of more. It will be interesting to see what the teaser leads to AAA's promotion that Lucha Underground once worked so closely with is now owned by WWE. Other promotions across the globe could help fill the roster, but nothing is confirmed yet.
Wait, so that says it's owned by WWE.
That's what it says, but I don't know. But I remember reading. Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. Scroll, but that WWE. There's a WWE tweet there. That might.
Let me go back to it for a minute. Where?
Right there.
That's MLW.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's on my end. Yours is a little bit squinty, so I can't see it too well.
You're all right, dude. All good.
Yes. We'll have to see.
Well, oh man, praise to your dad, Todd. Sorry to hear that, man. Is he? Well, I mean, is he in hospitals? Is he all right? What's the haps with him, man? Because whatever it is, man, hopefully he gets over it really fast. I'm sick of hearing about everyone, getting sick one way or the other, just like Ben got out of surgery, as I said earlier. But prayers go out, man, to your family, your dad in particular, Todd. We don't want to lose the Comic King's father, that's for sure, man. But he also says, I really hope Lucha Underground makes a comeback, but I doubt it, especially if WWE owns it now. Then why tease it? But at the same time,
dude, if they brought back Lucha Underground and basically let Conan, Jeremy Borash, Jimmy Paradise.
You can't overwork Conan right now with what he's going through, though, dude.
He recently just said he might be coming back home. He might be leaving the hospital.
He's been in hospital for a long, long time. I wouldn't put him in that as good as he is. He can't overwork himself, bro.
here's the thing, but maybe if it's not if you do it as ways like it's not so much work, it's like here's a creative outlet. You get to work with two friends and Jeremy Borash and Jimmy Paradise. Have fun doing Lucha Underground. Just have fun.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. Because like I said, he's been in hospital for a long time. It would be sick. I agree with you, but it's just more that, I'm just worried for his health, bro.
For sure. For
but
sure.
Todd said that he's doing better. He's been moved to cardiology this morning. Oh well, is that heart related? Obviously, man. Prayers go out to your man, dude. I'm sure if he's as tough as you, Todd, he'll bounce back, man, for sure. But he also says, I'm sick of WWE creative. Speaking of being sick of things. Well, yeah. Labrat says, tease it. See if there is interest. Guaranteed. 100%. J12 also says, I love that Disco still trolls him on K100, even in hospice.
And honestly, I think I really believe Conan would actually appreciate Disco trolls because it's like, that's just a bro thing. That's just a bro thing.
For sure, man. But like I said, man, like, he's in pretty rough shape too, man. I don't know if he can handle another show at the same time. But unless he's willing to do it, like, and he thinks he can, and then absolutely go for it. But I don't know if WWE will put him under that sort of stress, man. And even now, don't be surprised if they don't allow him to even come back to AAA for the time being, once he's even going home.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where where he's at and where they're at. It's day by day.
No, absolutely, man. And the fact that he's in hospice, man, he's not like, that's pretty, like, it's pretty full on, man. Anyway, man, I still can't get over that. We'll see. I'm excited though, but will WWE screw it up before I get back to the main event?
What's up?
Do you think WWE will screw up Lucha Underground if they were to bring it back?
It really depends on how much of they stick their own fingers in it, and then instead of letting it be its own thing. If they're hands off, it'll be good. If they're hands on, no.
Well, J12 says, damn, the Undertaker trying to go over on Conan taking his spot and everything. Exactly, bro. And you know what? I hate to say it. He's doing pretty good, man, which is weird. Like, I didn't think Undertaker would be that good in that role, but
Undertaker is a brilliant wrestling mind. He's absolutely a brilliant wrestling mind.
Yeah, but think about it. This is lucha libre, bro. Like, this is like a different style altogether. And the fact that he's actually doing that well,
I honestly kind of think it's because he's kind of learning on the job and adapting, while also understanding, okay, this is different. This is their expertise. Listen to them and adapt it to my knowledge.
J12 says, mi hermano mexicano, el pinche Undertaker. Come on, bro. He's your brother now, huh? Pinche cabron. Anyway.
Yeah,
Todd says, get Lucha Underground, they might mess up Danhausen.
Dude, Undertaker's always been like one of those guys who's like, open and much more open-minded understanding. Like, for example, did you ever hear Jimmy Wang Yang recently did an interview where he talked about how it was the because he was doing the redneck gimmick.
Wait, who was doing the redneck gimmick? Say that again.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeah, Jimmy Wang Yang, right.
He was
and
doing
the
redneck.
Man said about why are you still here, basically, right?
Yeah, and he did like basically his whole gimmick is, hey, I'm half Asian, I'm gonna do a redneck gimmick.
Right.
And he to his credit, he leaned into it and he did a very good job with it. But one of the things he did was like during it.
You really break it down there. Let's be real, bro. An Asian.
Yeah. I know it's stupid, but there's a lot of ideas that sound stupid on paper, but the performers actually did a great job with it and made it memorable and entertaining.
They literally turned chicken shit into chicken salad. And but you know, it's funny. Usually, WWE hate that shit when you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, because because the thing is, a lot of times they'll put shitty gimmicks and ideas on people to bury them. So if they get it over, it's kind of like, you son of a bitch, you're not supposed to get over.
Well, look at Dusty. Even there's heaps of gimmicks you can point at that weren't meant to get over, but it did. Labra says Underground's going to suck. They need that movie style, writing style. WWE can't do that. I mean, have you heard of WWE movies, pal?
We make movies,
Come on.
pal.
Yeah.
So
we
anyway,
make movies.
Lunacy.
Sanov says JCW feels like it's on its slowdown period before it picks up right again. Interesting that you said that.
That's not a bad thing. Sometimes you need a dip before you hit your next plateau.
Todd says see Killer Cross in LA Knight. Where the fuck is LA Knight?
Yeah, he got the win at WrestleMania. We haven't seen him since.
Anyway, that's weird that they're doing that.
Yeah.
And everyone did know Jimmy Wang Yang because he's in WCW before that, and he was part of the group. What was the group called again?
Young Dragons.
The Young Dragons. That's it. Sanov says someone brought up that Mac Davis could be the Outbreak's drug provider. Do you guys think so? I don't, but it would be interesting if it was. Brandon, what do you think? Is there a chance that it could be Mac?
Here's the thing, though. It would have to. Actually, no, I can totally see this happening because this could lead to a Barnabas versus Mac Davis match.
Oh, really?
Yes, I could totally see that happening.
Oh man, I don't know. Can Mac still kick? I don't know, man. Mac's a little on the older side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and Mac is a trained worker. He used to be he's a retired worker.
He's been around for years, man.
Barnabas, I'm not. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he's taken a few bumps and knows how to work a bit. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Samuel says Mac Davis did say that they sniffed gas from car. Yeah, because he saw him sniffing the gas. That's why. That doesn't mean. I mean, was it his car technically?
No, I don't remember.
I don't think it was. They never mentioned anything like that. If it was his car, then maybe. But I don't know, man. I have no idea. But it's good that you're asking questions. It's better that you stay intrigued. And as far as you think it's a slow period, well, it is after Mania, right? Everyone goes down, that slow period right after Mania. But I don't know if I totally agree with you. I just think it was an electric car. That reminds me of South Park. That's hilarious.
Thanks.
You
Good
check
for
out the Lucy Pro show with my boy Kerry Morton.
Yes, that was a great show. Kerry killed it as always.
Oh, well, there you go. Apparently he did say it was his car, but I remember hearing him that he was sniffing others' cars. But if it was his car, why would he set that up? That doesn't make sense. You're going to fuck your whole exhaust pipe for them to be sniffing, or just start it and suck on it? Like, it just, I don't know, bro.
Well, yeah, they're huffing / huffing and siphoning gas.
Yes.
So I would assume if Mac would willingly sacrifice, again, I'm just logically, if Mac was the dealer and then he directed, I think you might have an extra like a gas can in his trunk. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you might have siphoned it, but I got backup.
Well, gas is also another slang term for drugs too, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It'd be funny. It'd be very funny if it was the case.
I just now got it. So if the Outbreak show up next week in Jack to the Gills, yeah, they're definitely on the gas.
No, not just that gas though. Obviously that's steroid slang term for gas, but even for actual drugs, I've heard that term, for gas as well. But anyway, yes, Nelson Kelso, I was going to bring that up, that Karrion Kross is the new WSW champion. And for anyone that doesn't know what WSW is, it's called World Series Wrestling. It's an Australian indie promotion, but it's one of the biggest ones in the world, believe it or not, where all the big guns literally turn up to this show every year, man. They sell it out every year all over Australia. And everyone that's not signed by WWE, essentially, or AEW, actually, AEW stars do pop up. I'm wrong. They do pop up on these WSW shows. And it's all big names essentially outside of WWE. That for the most part that come to this promotion. And yeah, he's crowned a new world champion over there in WSW. I don't know, dude. Have you heard of the tag team, the Parea, who wrestled the Good Guys by any chance? They're two Greek dudes from Australia, right? But they broke up, unfortunately. But they were a great tag team, man. They wrestled in AEW as well, and Ring of Honor, as a matter of fact. They've done a few dark matches and televised matches. But yeah, man, WSW is pretty good if you ever get a chance to watch it. J12 says, I think we're manifesting this Max Davis dealer idea. Lol, if it happens, they definitely took it from his show. Maybe. And Lambert said, I love how all you guys are all intrigued. He's asking a million questions about it, so that's a good thing. Where are the zombies getting the money for the drugs? They don't need it, bro. They're zombies. Well, there you go. There's your answer, J12. It's already written. Whatever that means.
That means that means the conclusion of that story is already in the or the conclusion of that question is already in the can.
Well, yeah, of course, it's taped. So, but let's see what happens. Anyway, let's get to the main event. We were initially talking about the main event. Well, I was about to, and but then we got carried away with everyone's questions. But it is PCO and Stephen Flo, so that rhymes, versus the Brothers of Podstruction in Yabo and Rufo. You gotta love the rubber chickens, right? I mean, come on.
Who's going chicken hunting, pal? We's going chicken hunting.
I've got a rubber chicken somewhere, man. I packed it up, it seems. I should bring it back. I used to bring it onto shows in the past. It's kind of funny. The ring rack, though, is also here with Stephen Flo, as you alluded to earlier, who now joins Stephen Flo. Boy, does she get around, though, man.
Yep, she went from Caleb Conley to Disco Ray, and now she's with Stephen Flo.
Stephen Flo. I still love the song, but it's better than Even Flow. But anyway, man, again, this match, it was great. I mean, it was pretty good, but in the end, it ended up in a DQ, unfortunately. But they won't say who got DQ'd. Who the hell was DQ'd?
Man.
Anyone? Jeff, please tell us who got DQ'd. Oh, man. Yes, by the way, SJ Fantastic is Crosssteel MLW champion too. Yes. He's also WSW world champion also. So, yeah, he's cleaning up with all the belts. Hey, J12 says maybe it is Jeff Lane who the dealer is. Is that you, Jeff? Are you freaking supplying the zombies freaking coke, bro? Come on. Come on. Wouldn't that be a fucking swerve? Imagine
that would
Jeff
be tremendous.
Appears as the fucking, that would be hilarious, man. Jeff, pitch yourself into the show, man, somehow. Come on, dude. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Actually, Jeff, would you even entertain that idea? Well, there we go. Here's the answer. He says, I don't remember. Technically, it should have been a count out because both PCO and Flo left. That's true. Do zombies know how to pay? Probably not. I don't know. Someone asked the zombie experts if they know how to pay. Sanov says, so she did spoil on JCW Lunacy backstage access that she will hook up with some women soon. Hey, can't complain. Sanov also says it was basically a DQ when Cocaine was beating up Stevie Flo. Everyone's got different answers. I don't know, but I'm going to lean towards Jeff's answer because he's in the know compared to everyone else. So I'm going to take Jeff Lane's answer as the real deal. Either way, I guess it was meant for your interpretation, right, Brandon? If it was up to you, who were the ones that got counted out or a DQ?
Well, see, PCO just straight up walked out, and then
Right.
Flo left as well. So it should have been a count out, not a DQ, because it would have been a 10 count. It would have been a 10 count after Vito came out with the candlestick. Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, we know that. It was a DQ, but it wasn't a count out, but he thought it should have been.
It should have been a count out, because they were both out of the ring. They were out of the ring for more than a 10 count. And then he could have just done the count out. Vito comes out and then hits him with the candlesticks. Or hits him with the candlestick.
True. That's true. That's a good point. But like you said, we see Vito beating up the clowns after the match finishes, and he pounds on Rufo, And then Video hits Rufo with the kendo stick as Rufo is thrown onto the ramp and stage, and he's dragged to the back by Vito. But then we see him taking him outside and puts him in the trunk of a car, and Vito and his crew drive off. What the hell is going to happen?
Yep, and we see
to
that
poor old Rufo?
Yep, and we see that Vincenzo, the guy we saw in the body bag, is okay after last week.
Yeah, but see, why? What's going on? Like, anyone? Jeff, what was up with that, dude? Like, what's up with the ending? Why is Vincenzo suddenly like back from the dead? Could he become a zombie?
I mean, if I had to guess, it probably because it was just a beating, like a warning,
But
instead of like
a body bag though. The week before,
right? But it's still like it's more about sending a message.
Lab rat. This segment made me a sad rat.
He's a sad rat.
Oh, I feel bad for you now. Wait, Kevin Murray says, backtrack for a second. I think the Green Phantom is supplying the outbreak.
I like that.
But why, though? But why would he be supplying? But he's a loser. I don't know. Oh, so he wasn't dead and they beat him up and put him in a body bag that was going to use. Okay. That he was going to use. I get you. Okay, so there we go. This is the answer. Thank you for clarifying that, Jeff. So that's why he's still alive, obviously. Yeah, I'm intrigued because there's so many questions, but not enough answers just yet. And but I appreciate Jeff though answering everything best he could, obviously. So thank you, Jeff, for that. But yeah, I know Mr. Bogon. Obviously, Jeff just answered that question. Excuse me. Labrat says AEW has the talent in body bags.
Yeah, that is true. To be fair, it's not unusual to see AEW pull out a body bag.
But Kevin Marty, I just want to know, like, if you think it's the Green Phantom, tell me why you think it's the Green Phantom. What makes you think that? Because I'm intrigued by, your answer or question over here. Because I want to know how you tie all that together. I mean, because we don't see any sort of because he's green, right? Exactly. But we're talking about the other shit more so. They're more hooked to the fucking coke more so than anything. Well, then again, yeah, okay, we could have a green dealer, which is Green Phantom, and then we got the coke dealer in cocaine, right? So could it be Mike the dealer? Who the fuck knows at this point? It could be me at this point. I mean, it could be even Brandon. I heard Brandon, you do your little door dashing on the side of something else, right?
No, I stopped. No, as a shoot, no joke. Like, I think it was like 2 years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. No, it was last year. I was doing DoorDash on 420. I had my, except I live in a legal state. I had my that was my first legal.
Wait, you're allowed to smoke in your state?
Yes.
You're lucky, dude, because I'm not.
Yeah, and I actually picked up like an edible candy bar from a place and delivered it to somebody.
Oh my God. You're a character. Hey, by the way, I like that idea. Mr. Happy becomes Mr. Friggin' Coca after that. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Stephen Flo with the hair. God damn it. You guys are characters tonight, man.
I kind of think I think they're trying to avoid opioids, for obvious reasons.
If you can mention one drug, you can mention them all, especially a hard one. Hey, that makes sense, Dan. I think Bin Hamini supplying the outbreak. Yalla to that. You think you'd be the one? Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? I'd love to see Ben and JCW.
Dan, I'll call you and raise you on that one. It's not Ben Hameen who's the supplier. It's Vince McMahon, pal. Stand back. God. Oh my.
Oh, is it Matt Riddle returns as the dealer? It's almost like who did it right now. Except it's not a murder plot. It's literally who's the got the zombies smashed up.
Who's the pusher?
Who's the pusher, man? Who's pushing that shit? I like this story though because it is a whodunit without it being a whodunit per se.
Right. It's been a developed story. Like we saw like when the outbreak got hooked, and then we see him keep getting more and more drawn into substance abuse, and now they're just finding it wherever it's appearing. Okay, who's supplying him? Who's supplying him?
Kevin Marty says it just came to my head. I think the good guy personas will work. Oh man, see what Vince Russo does? He keeps us all guessing. That's a great thing because the fact that everyone is intrigued by this in the chat is crazy to me, and I'm sure Jeff would be loving this for sure. The whole locker room. You guys are classics tonight, man. Salov says they could make a Who Did It segment promo package. I could see that. Like, absolutely could see that.
Right, and you're going to run through possible suspects, why they're
Jeff,
a suspect. And
you're
then,
the package guy, man. Get it done. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be. I can see a package. Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong. I love what you've done with certain like storylines, and you wrap them all together. How it all started and how it's going, like with the clowns, for example, the Brothers of Podstruction, and the whole Vito feud. Right, you got to do one with the zombies, man, and literally have a who done it about with all the drugs and the zombies. That would be fucking brilliant. I'm sure you've already thought about that anyway.
You got to pull up J12's comment. You got to pull that up because that's right on line through this. Who is Cartman's dad? Is it the Outbreak? Who is the Outbreak Steelers? Is it Matt Riddle? Is it Mac Davis? Is it the 1999 Denver Broncos? We'll find out next week on 4 weeks on South Park.
Hey, there you go, bro. He's working on it already. Good man, Jeff. I can't wait to see that, man. Is it coming out very soon? That's all I want to know, man. But I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, the Denver Broncos. Actually, I've been reviewing I've been on the SMB podcast with MSG lately, talking South Park, funny enough. You go check that out at SMB podcast, where it's called Suck My Balls, clearly.
Suck my bars.
Suck my bars.
I was on an episode one time.
Have you? I've been on 8 now, man. He's been having me on every week.
I think I was on Timmy 2000. It was Timmy 2000.
Oh, that's awesome. Timmy. Jeff says, I'm waiting a few weeks before the reveal happens. Of course. Absolutely. And get everything up to it. I can't wait to watch that because it'll be a great package. The way Jeff does things is actually chef's kiss, bro. You're really good at what you do, man. I'll give you that. Absolutely, man. That's why I was impressed when you told me it was you. I'm like, damn, that's good. What ruined the show for me? Why would it ruin the show for you? Come on, bro. Oh, God. Look, wait. We need a crew from the Mission Machine to solve the case. Oh, my God.
Jinkies.
Jinkies.
Like, I don't know what's going on, Scoob.
Shaggy?
What, Raggy?
Hey, man, anytime, bro. I mean that. And I'm not just saying that to blow smoke. I truly mean that, dude.
You know,
yeah.
hardest working man, Jeff Lane, the hardest working man in podcast. And cheers, genitals. Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely, man. Todd says, Jeff Lane, kayfabe that, my guy. Don't worry, man. We're a close-knit bunch over here. None of us are going to spoil anything. Don't worry. Unlike someone who used to spoil. Remember that episode where she got spoiled really bad? I couldn't believe that shit. But anyway, man, I think it's time. Yes. I guess I might as well join you. I was going to watch that. When is it on? Wait, what time is it?
The main card started about 45 minutes ago.
But you set up for a bit later, didn't you, for that match?
Yeah. There's all the main card's like 5 matches.
Were you planning on watching the prelims or nah?
Yeah, prelims are already over. We're on the main card.
Oh, sorry, the main card, essentially. But were you planning on watching all those matches beforehand, or are you going to tune in live?
No, we're going to start wherever the show's at.
All right. So how long do you think until the main event is on?
Probably not long. 30, 45 minutes at most.
I got a feeling this match is going to be overrated, dude. Like, it's going to stink. I don't know why. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just got a bad feeling. I hope I'm wrong, though. Todd Brandon says, reminds me of Just Joe. Remember him?
I do remember Just Joe. Joey Legend. Who are you? Hey, I'm Just Joe. Hey, I'm just telling you.
I couldn't believe he was back, dude.
What's that?
Joey Legend, bro. You talking about when he was back in TNA?
No. No, this is before TNA. This is like several years before TNA. Yeah,
Wow.
he was in WWE. He did a gimmick called Just Joe, where he was
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like,
that was years ago, bro. Years ago, like over 15 years ago at this point.
yeah, where basically his gimmick was he would just like spread rumors and start shit in the locker room that led to matches and fights.
Yeah, I remember that, man. Mauro Ranallo is on. He's always on commentary when it comes to the Netflix fights, pretty much. Mamma mia! If only he had. I know he got kind of bullied, I guess, in WWE, but yeah. Oh well. Shit happens because he would have been great in WWE still, but unfortunately, that didn't work out. Well, anyway, peeps, I think we're gonna what? So you got every time I try to go, I see something interesting in the chat. So you think Carano is gonna upset Ronda Rousey, Mr. Marty?
We could see the upset. The upset could happen. We could see the upset.
If that happens, Rousey's career in MMA is totally kaput, done and dusted, man. There's no coming back from that.
But you know what though? If it's Carano that ends up ending it, I think Rousey would be cool with that. She'd be cool with that. Hey, you know what? It was somebody who I looked up to and was inspiration for me who beat me. I'm cool with that.
She's got an ego, a huge ego, Brando. Even if she looked up to her or not, she does not want to lose at this match, bro. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, she's got a big ego, bro. Like this, look, they mirrored each other in some ways because Carano, wasn't she the first women's champion in Strikeforce, if I remember?
Yeah, Gina Carano was a huge groundbreaker when it came to women in MMA. Like, I would say I would put her. What's I can't really think of best wrestling equivalent.
That's a female.
Yeah, like there's an overlap. Like, let's just say she cleared the path. She paved the way for a lot of women in MMA.
Oh, she's a legend, bro. Of course, absolutely. But Rousey put it on the map and put the women on the map. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she took what Carano did before.
I thought of it. Carano was Luthez. Rousey was Hogan. When it comes to women's MMA.
Yeah, true. When you put it that way, Ronda was getting all the movie spots and all that shit. Whereas Carano was just one of the best at what she did in the octagon. Or should I say the circle even too, because in Strikeforce, it wasn't an octagon. But yeah. Well, Jay Twice says Mandalorian is coming out in theaters soon, so Carano is booked to win. And she was also an American Gladiator.
Wait a minute, is Gina Carano back in Mandalorian after getting canceled for saying the wrong thing?
I have no idea. J12, puto, clarify that. Todd says, I think Ronda only cares about the payday at this point. I agree, but that doesn't mean she still wants to lose. You know what I'm saying? But then again, this is isn't this the Paul's promotion at this point? Like Jake.
Yep. Jake Paul. He's a promoter.
This could be a whole work, guys. Let's be real now. You know what I mean? So if it's a work, then maybe, sure. We'll see. The thing about Rousey, which I don't like watching, she's not that good with her feet or hands. She's great with her grappling and throws because she's a judo, obviously, background fighter. And Carano is the total opposite. So I don't know. I can just see Rousey bring it down to the mat. Carano would want to bang with her, but I don't think Rousey would want to stand up with her, man. That's not going to happen. I just don't see it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll tune in now anyway.
Yeah, should be a good fight. Plus, part of the story of the build is that Rousey said she's always looked up to Carano as somebody who laid the path for her to and she looks to her as like a mentor.
Right. Anyway, let's see. We'll see. But come on, J12. You know I love you, bro. I'm just saying that. I don't mean it. I know you know I don't mean it, but anyway, it's funny, bro. But yeah, that's it. She's won because she was a WWE wrestler. So you're right, Labrat. Hands down. WWE bullshit power. Bullshit power wins. Anyway, let's take it home, Brando, because we are going to jump on So guys, jump on the watch along and we can still all talk there. So insane that, Brando. Tell them what you're up to, what you're doing. Promote the watch along as we move forward.
All right. So yeah. So we'll probably take a quick break before we go live with the watch along, because yeah, we did go a little bit longer than usual tonight. Tomorrow we have HMG After Dark. We're going to be doing The Godfather Part 1. And then on Monday, we got the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch Along, the Impact Attack Tuesday. We got This Week in WWE. We got the A Show. We got Hitting the Marks. We got the Late Start NXT Watch Along. We have the Wednesday Locker Room. Wednesday, we have Next Level Wrestling Review, AEW Dynamite Watch Along, and Bell Count Thursday. Friday Locker Room, JCW Lunacy Watch Along, TNA Impact Watch Along Friday, the SmackDown Watch Along, and Bell Count. And as for me, you can catch me on Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the X at LG Brandon Whoop. And I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop, where I usually do some older gaming, like I'll do like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. And right now currently doing PS2, PS1. We're doing some of the Final Fantasy games with there, and GTA San Andreas Vice City. Whoop whoop.
Nice. Have you played GTA Online yet? GTA 5?
Nah, I have not. I do have 5. I do have 5. Yes, I played it. The controls were. I did not like the controls.
The controls are way better than San Andreas, bro, and all that. You're just used to it. You got to get used to it. You know what? I want to ask you to do me a favor, Brandon. One day, and very soon. I don't want to say one day. I want to say very soon. You and I are going to play online. I'm going to boost you up, man. We're going to basically the online aspect of GTA on 5 is brilliant. I stayed away from it for years, dude, because I thought it's a load of shit, but there's a whole bunch of new storylines to it. From like everyone's in it, from Dr. Dre to whoever, man. Everyone is in it, and you do all sorts of shit in the game, man. It's pretty cool. But please, try it again. The controls are way better, dude. Left trigger to aim, right trigger to shoot. I mean, that's how every shooting third person or first person shooting game goes, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, but the thing is, when I try to do drive-bys, it's like, wait, hang on. It completely fucked it, like doing drive-bys.
What do you mean? It's easy to drive by.
Not for me, not when I'm used to like San Andreas Vice City drive. I'm not used to San Andreas drive-bys. And
see what J12 says, do a heist. I'd love to do a heist. See, the heists are awesome, dude. When you get a group of players to do heists, you make a lot of money to them too, by the way. Trust me, Brandon, you got to believe me. You give it another shot. Fuck around with it. You understand. It's much better than San Andreas and Vice City. I love those too. Don't get me wrong. But GTA 5, trust me, is way better, dude. Like, it is. You get used to it.
I will consider giving it a second shot. That's the best I can promise you is I will consider giving it a second shot if I can find the time for it.
No problem, Dan. We're here for you guys, man. Thank you, Kevin, for the compliments. And, of course, thank you to J12 with the compliments. We appreciate y'all. But, dude, if you got a PlayStation or Xbox, I don't care either one. Whatever it is, I've got both.
I got PS5 right here.
Well, yeah, send me your freaking PSN ID or your Xbox one, whatever that is, if you have that. Either one, I've got them both. So, yeah, send it out to me, man. Send it to my X account if you can. But anyway, in saying that, before we go, check out that wreckage tomorrow morning, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, where myself, the vet, and, of course, the Professor Juggalo Vera Cruz talk all things AEW. So don't miss that at 11 a.m. Eastern. Also Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, it is myself and RBV where we talk this week in WWE, where we talk all things WWE, as the title says. So check that out. And of course, this very show, Insanity, every week on a Saturday night, and this is a PLE, between 8 and 8:15 anyway, right here live on HMG's YouTube channel and then on the Patreon after the fact. Go check that out. And I agree with you. We need to talk about that shit. Hit me up, dude, because that would be a great idea. HMG should have a GTA 6 online crew. And then we can call our crew HMG. That'd be cool, man. That actually sounds like a great idea. Hit me up, J12. But anyway, in saying that, I am Jimmy T. He is Whooper Brandon. And you've been listening and watching The Insanity Show, which is your JCW Lunacy review show right here on Hammy Mega's YouTube channel and on Twitch, and of course on the Patreon after the fact. Till next time, which is in about a few minutes anyway. Peace and thank you. Laters.